Hey guys, okay, this is my review now for the Amazing Spider-Man, of course. And well, I got this game when about 10 something today, and then I started playing it at 11:40, I think, somewhere around there. I remember it was 11:40 something, and then I ended up playing till 10. Yeah, I ended up beating the game in one day, so till about 10:40, 10:45, 10:50, somewhere around there. Ended up beating it. So this is actually going to be a pretty accurate review. So if I have anything to say, I stand by it. I cannot change my mind. So, well, at least story-wise. Side mission-wise, I did like 10 to 15. So first of all, presentation. No, I'm just going to explain it how it is. So how the story is, it's just taking some steps, like not really steps, but a spin-off, that's the word, of the movie Amazing Spider-Man, and which is taking place like a few months after it. That's what it said in the game. So yeah, sometime after that, and then it kind of spoils some parts too, so if you don't want to get the game, I'm not going to spoil some parts, but I'm going to have to spoil some parts so the stuff can actually get straight. But so what it starts with is Peter and Gwen Stacy go at Oscorp, and they're looking around, and then they end up finding that all these other cross species, that's the word, yeah, cross species are there, and they did not know there was more than just the lizard. So, and then they ended up, all the cross species ended up freaking out because they knew that Peter Parker was one. So they ended up freaking out and then taking over the whole place. And at any point from there on would be a huge spoiler because it would spoil on to the movie too. So, the graphics, they look amazing, at least on Spider-Man and his environments, but if it's on the actual people, not so well. But they look pretty decent, nothing to complain about. So, yeah, so, why do I keep repeating myself? So they look pretty decent. So, and then, when it comes to sound effects, those sound pretty good, and then sometimes they don't sound pretty good, like, sometimes when you're swinging or something, it'll sound all liquidy. It's like, why is it sounding liquidy if it's supposed to be webs? I'm not even sure. Never mind, I'm not going to get into that. I'll just get on to a different thing. So what I end up going to have to do, and then, oh yeah, the PS Move compatibility for PS3. It's actually quite confusing to get there at first, but I will post a video on later of how to get the PS Move. I've been trying to look that up all day, and then ended up finding out in accident. So whoever did not know, they will know. So what it has as you go throughout the game, you'll start unlocking more costumes and other stuff. Like, you'll get the same costume you have, but you'll have a utility belt with it. Or, no, but you won't have a utility belt like the one in the movie, I guess. I guess in the movie he didn't have a utility belt. And then, there's even the one from Sam Raimi movies, like, they call it Classic Spider-Man. And all I have is the red suit right now, and I looked up online to see if they announced the black suit. They did. But you have to unlock it, I guess. Which I haven't yet. Which I am going to be working on that. And then, What else is on the line? Oh yeah. Yeah, the costumes, and then how they show the city. It just looks great. They actually show you like the main landmarks that you'll go, like in Manhattan at least, you'll go past them all the time, like Central Park, the Empire State Building. You'll keep going past them, and Oscorp. Not really the main landmark that's actually real, but it's there a lot, and you'll have to go back there many, many times, which is pretty annoying. And sometimes the gameplay is a little repetitive, but really the problem I do have with it would be, sometimes the fighting would be off a little bit. Like, you'll keep button mashing, and then he'll just keep hitting, like, bam, 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 bam. It's like, what? Why are you hitting him like that? There's no reason to. And then sometimes the counters, it doesn't even feel like you're countering at first. Like, sometimes you won't even feel that, you won't even see your spider sense go off and then counter. And then it's just confusing sometimes. At the motion control, it's much worse. Like, oh my gosh. I finally got the motion controls. It changed the whole control scheme off. X became some different one. This became some different one. I was like, oh no. I'm probably going to be playing with the controller a lot more. So, yeah. And then, the story was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Some parts really sucked for me, but I had to go in the story. Like this huge twist. And then on this other part, I would already tell from the beginning something was going to happen. Like, oh yeah, I can already tell that's going to happen. Yeah, no, yeah. Something not going down like that, no. And so, I hope that concludes it. Yeah, I would probably rate this game 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It's up there. Oh yeah, another problem which I had before I go, it's the web slinging. The web rush is perfect. I like that. Besides the camera, but the web slinging, I don't know why it goes up straight up in the air again. That's what got on my nerves about the old games, and a little bit about Shattered Dimensions, and yeah, it just like went straight up in the air. Now I'm looking at the back of the case. So that concludes it. 8.5 out of 10. And you guys have a good day or night, whichever time you're watching this on.